Hello, everybody. There's actually nobody here right now. Hello, everybody. So everybody's gonna be watching this in the future, which is later on. Hey, everybody, how's it going today? John here with What If I Could Scroll Woodworking Portrait Design. Hey, Stace. Hey, Larry. You can find me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, Instagram, and then at whatifcouldScroll.com. All right. Um, Today, this is sort of like an impromptu video, actually, because it's a holiday in Canada today. It's Victoria Day. So I was on Facebook yesterday, and I was in a woodworking forum group and for scroll sawing, and the question came up. The group was actually woodworking for beginners group, and they came up. Somebody posted the photo. Jennifer posted a photo, and she's like, "How do you carve things like this out?" And most of the people on there are like, "Well, you can use a router, you can use a CNC table, you can use whatever." And I'm like, you know what? You can use a scroll saw. Hey Jamie, how's it going? She comes back with, "How do you do that on a scroll saw? Can you give me some information?" Blah 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? I'll do a video. So I just messaged her. I'm doing this video. I did the pattern up for it and everything else. I'll show you the original photo. She got it from Instagram, I believe. No, she got it off Etsy. It's an Etsy photo. I'll show that to you guys there. So there's her original photo that she's looking to make. It looks to be like a wine/cheese tray. So there's placeholders for 4 glasses, a bottle of wine in the center, and some cheese on the outside edge. So I'm said, yeah, I can do that. I can do that on a scroll saw. I can show you guys how to do that. So I came out to the computer this morning, and it took me about 20 minutes, if that, to drop this quick, simple pattern for it. It's like I said, it's quick and simple. It's basically that's all I needed. And I needed with straight edges and round circles and stuff. So, hey, John S., how's it going today? So I was in chatting earlier with Herb and Bert. Herb and Bert. That sounds like Sesame Street characters. Yeah, I know Herbie Bert here, and hey, Pete Webb over on Facebook. I was talking to them, saying, "Yeah, well, yeah, I can go do a live. I'll do it now. This is what I'm going to do." So I'm going to do this as we're going, so you guys can get the whole concept of what it's going to be about. And any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask, because this is actually my first time doing this. I know I can do it. It was the first time doing this, so it's going to be a learning process for everybody. But you can make if you Google router candy dishes, you'll come up with all these Christmas designs and like candy canes and Christmas trees, and there's fishes and everything else, make goldfish dish bowls and stuff like that. And the thing is, it's easier on a router if you have a template for it or a guide for it. But you can do them on a scroll saw as well, because there's nothing you can't make on a scroll saw. There's nothing that's stopping anybody from doing anything on a scroll saw. I'm just telling you right now, because I can make almost everything on a scroll saw. It's just a matter of breaking, like, I got one of these analytical minds, so I can basically just look at something and break it down as how I'm going to do it. Looking at the picture again, I can, if you wanted to, you could do this in 3 layers. I can do it in 2. Name that tune. 3 layers, 2 layers. Right. So the thing is, just for reference, I'll show you this picture again. Now, basically, what I'm going to be doing is cutting out the top edge on my scroll saw. Then I'll go to my router. I'll run a cove bit through it with a bearing, and basically you just attach it to your bottom layer. Now, this also has feet on it as well. I don't know if you can see the feet on there. It's got feet on the bottom edge because the wine glass is actually that way it keeps the wine glasses raised off the table. So, like I said, start with a simple pattern like that, right? And the thing is I'm actually, if I was to do this in 3 layers, I would actually have to cut out the back of my table so I can tilt my saw. And there's probably 3 or 4 different ways to do this. I'm going to do it in 2 layers. I'm going to do my top template first and then router it out so it's got curved edges on it. And I'm going to use a cove bit with a bearing on it, right? Cut it upside down in reverse so that way it gives you that coved edge. Also, that's one way to do it. The second way to do it is you can bevel your table. I'm thinking 20, 21 degrees, but then the thing is you also need a bevel block for your drill bit to go through on the exact same 21-degree angle. Then you feed your bit in, cut it all out on the scroll saw, and your top piece will actually fit through your bottom piece. Then you just glue it back on, and you run that through the router to give you that nice curved edge on it. Third way you can do it is do your top layer a 1/4 inch flat. Do your second layer on a 45 degree bevel. Do the second layer, and then put it on your third layer. Stack them all together. And then if you got one of those fancy Genevieve sanding systems, and you can just sand out the inside of it without a problem as well. Hello, Jennifer Walton Carry on. How's it going on Facebook? Hey, Stace, do you want to come in on the panel with us? Then I have a moderator, somebody who can read the comments for us. The other way I'd say would be a guide and a template and a router, or if you know somebody with a CNC, have them do it with a CNC. So, since I don't have a CNC, but I do have a router, that's why I got the router bit. I'm just going to do it quick, simple, 2-layer candy dish, because it's more of a it's more of a candy. Well, see, you can make it a candy dish too. If you take there's so many different ways to do something. You could do it with candy dish. You can do you can just actually take the same pattern, take out these outside circles here, and you can have your candy dishes on the inside there. So you get 5 of them. And if you wanted to, you can go one step further and make actual dishes to fit inside those, right? So you can have like a relish tray or whatever. Hey D, Larry, John asked for a lampshade. You can. I know, but somebody asked a question, so I have to answer the questions. Hey Yappy, how's it going today? So if like I said, anybody has any questions while we're doing this, comments, inquiries, let me know, and I'll answer them as best I can. I'm by myself right now, but like I said, anybody who wants to come in, let me know. I'll send you guys links, and we'll see what we can do with what we got. And then I'll finish up sanding on Stace's keychain that I made her yesterday. And then, well, I still got to figure out how I'm going to finish that. And then I got some other letters to make. These, well, not letters, numbers to make for my giant Jenga Jello shooter set. So I'll get into that after I finish this. So step 12. Yappy says, "Where's Herb?" Herb was on. Bert was on. Bert went out to go grab some burgers. Herb was on. He's having some technical issues with his internet again, but he'll be back on hopefully in a bit. And so we'll see how that's going to work out for us. So, like I said, let's try and get some stuff done here. I'm just going through my Facebook right now. So yeah, so if anybody wants in on the panel, I'll let me know. I'll send you guys a link. I said, Larry, I sent you one. Sace, I sent you one as well. Boop. And we can talk to everybody from all across the world. Shay's on her lunch. It's a holiday. It's a holiday today. Now I'm going to be doing this. I just had it. Oh, there it is. All right, Stace, thanks a lot. I'm just using 1/2 inch Baltic birch ply for this one because honestly, I think when you do curve the edges off of 1/2 inch off of any birch ply, it actually gives you a really cool effect too. So let's. This is just rough. It's rough cut. It's not even to size or anything right now, and I can get 2 full dishes out of this board if I wanted to, but I'm only going to do the top and the bottom for now, which will make it 1 inch thick when we're done. But it's gonna have a really cool edge on it. Let Max help you. Exactly. So I'm not going to put my press and seal on. Oh, you know what? I will. I will throw my press and seal on here. So anybody that's new to the show, anybody that hasn't watched the show before, anybody that's watching the show later on, my trick to removing patterns easily is press and seal. Glad press and seal. Not sponsored, unfortunately. I guess I should contact them to get them to sponsor me. I use it all the time. Prep your wood first. I did not prep this, so it'll still work, but it's not gonna be as effective. Prep your wood first, sand it down, 180, 200 grit sandpaper, blow it off with a air gun, and then take a tack cloth to it, and then it'll get all the dust out of the fine grooves and stuff. Hey, Larry.
Hello, how's it going, John?
Good. Can you turn your TV down or radio down?
Oh my! I didn't know how these would do, so I got it turned down.
How you been doing?
Better.
Yeah. Well, you've been busy the last couple of days.
Yeah, I had a cousin. She just turned 17. She'll graduate high school next year. And they threw her a little birthday party, so I went to it.
What's legal age down there? 21?
Yes. Well, it's supposed to be 18, but now it should be raised to 21 because now you can't buy alcohol until you're 21, and you can't buy cigarettes until you're 21.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are no longer an adult at 18. At least that's the way I see it.
So you haven't been busy out in your shop or anything, though?
No, I hadn't been doing much. Still trying to get over some sinus stuff, and I think I'm going to have to get another appointment with one of my doctors because I just stay tired all the time and don't feel good. And
Yappy. I don't have a lathe. We all know that. So once you get your press and seal on your board, just put it on, and I get them in a bit, and then I have to moisturize right for. Yeah, we're not going to get into moisturizing conversations again like we did last night. Then put glue on your press and seal, and then glue your pattern, and stick it to your wood. Da, da, da. I really got to find a glue spray station instead of spraying everything on top of my scroll saw all the time.
Do like Steve Good done. Build you a board with a bunch of nails in it and set your project on top of it. And then
Well, that's called
spray your glue.
that's called my spray table. The only problem is it's got all my half done projects on it.
Build you another one, then you can put some more projects on top of it.
Yeah. All right. So once you get that on there, patterns on the wood, I'm just going to do a rough cut on this first. Let me change pictures, cameras here. Can you see the chat there, Larry? Or are you on your phone?
I can't see the chat. I'm on my phone.
No. Well, what
And if
could
I
he be
get on
on?
my computer, then I'm not gonna have videos. So
All right, let's rough cut these down. Dun, dun, dun. Let me adjust this camera first. I thought I was. Man, I gotta still build these gantry arms for my cameras. All right, Herb. Thanks a lot. No problem. Hey, Steve
so what
C.
do you?
Are you working today?
So what are you making? Kind of like a wine tray and a chip dish?
Yeah, pretty much. It's more of a wine bottle slash cheese tray slash wine glass holder. I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know why anybody would set their wine glass down though. This is, it, I guess it's more for presentation before you start drinking.
I got you. Most of the folks I know don't drink wine; they drink beer
Start drinking beer out
or
of wine
other
glass.
spirits.
Give us some class.
Yeah,
Man, I really got to clean off my table. I got no room here. And yes, I know I should probably stack cut these. But as long as they stay on the same side of the line when I'm cutting it all, it shouldn't be that bad. Well, geez, Charles, if you can't sleep, you might as well be on the panel. It's kind of hard to make fun of you when we can't talk to you. This is one of those
I didn't think.
forethought things where I should have cut them on the table saw first. What's that?
I was gonna say I didn't think these earbuds would pick up that good, but I guess they pick up pretty good.
Yeah, I can still hear your radio or your TV.
That better?
Yep. Well, I got Carrie mowing the lawn outside too, so I can hear her. Okay, what's going on in the chat out here, guys? Banned from posting on Facebook for 3 days. What did you do, Charles? Did you get caught spamming again? And Billy's back.
Hello, Mr. Billy.
Hey, everybody.
So, like I said, it's just a quick and simple project. Like I said, I'm just trying to answer somebody's question about how you can make something that was originally done on a CNC onto a scroll saw. So, rough cut done on the outside edges. I just got to make some entry holes here because this is going to be a full outside cut, and then I'll do my interior cuts on the I'll run the interior cuts on the not bandsaw, the router table. John, how many times per minute does that arm of your scroll saw go up and down? I'm not sure. I can't. I could probably look it up, but I know the feed rate on the camera doesn't match the feed rate on the thing, the scroll saw itself. RPM on EX21. Scroll saw.
It probably goes up to 1,700.
It says 1550 maximum, and
Okay.
I didn't even have it on full, so it's on full right now. So 1,500 times per minute. So with the carrots, a little up orange. What? You guys are losing me out in the chat there. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about carrots and Stacy's the one that's allowed to call it a chicken pecker. You know what? I'm going to drill bigger holes in this. Half-inch material is too thick for a small number 60 drill bit. Steve, you at the DMV paying off tickets? Okay, entry holes done. Scroll saw blade in done. Let me grab my I'm dressing up as a chicken. But you got a Seiko. Yours is different than mine. What kind of chicken? What kind of chicken are you doing, Shay?
You have to get a rubber chicken, Shay, and cut his head off and put on there.
Oh, could you imagine that? Could you imagine that if Cliff had a scroll saw, he'd have the chicken, he'd have his rubber chicken at the back end. Every time it went up and down, he'd go, wee, 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 wee. Billy's just laughing his head off. He's muted, but we can see him laughing his head off because he's picturing it now. Wee, wee, wee. All right. It's for work, racing buses and whatnot. Pete, 7:25. That's unbelievable. It's 12:26 lunchtime right here, right now.
I have a curious question, John.
Yep.
Why did you box your saw in where you wouldn't be able to tilt the head?
Oh, well, it's not that I boxed my saw in. It's that when I made my table out of my corner desk here, that
Yeah.
I made the slot for the back. And the thing is, I've actually never tilted my saw. I tilted my saw one time when I made one bowl, and that was before I had my table inset into it, or
Yeah.
that's before I had it inset into this table. So the thing is, I've never tilted my head. But now that I need to make bowls, I need to make other stuff. So I basically just have to take like 3 inches off of either side, so that I can just tilt my head later on. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too much, 3 inches, I don't think.
Yeah, but I gotta almost
I
take
was
it all
just
apart
curious.
there.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I can tilt my head without taking anything off. See? I'm ignoring you, Doug.
Y'all excuse me a minute. I'll be right back.
Yep. So I know. Oh, hey, Doug, how's it going? Oh, that's Doug from Pole Barn Productions. I didn't even have your sticker here already, handy. So as I say, as we know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's at least 9, right? So this is just one way to do this. Basically, the thing is, if I tilted my blade down, then all I would have to do is flip this over, and then you can just friction feed this through till it stops in place. Probably about 21.5 inches is a good angle for these, and it'll friction feed through, and then all you gotta do is glue it, and you'll have your full insert on the inside, right? That's one way you can do it. I'm just showing you another way to do it. This is just the way I feel. I can do it quicker. I'm not saying it's quicker. I'm just saying this is the way I can do it. I feel I can do it quicker.
better, faster, cheaper.
Yeah, it just depends on the look you want to get on the stuff, though. So, because you can get by cutting it in different ways, you're gonna get different looks on the final product that you have.
Yeah, but some of us can't afford them fancy CNC machines.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not expecting this to turn out perfect by any means at all. You guys are funny.
Later, Steve. Yeah, I've been laughing my ass off.
I'm back.
No, Kaylee, I'm not in a bar. I'm in a restaurant.
You really want me to do that lamp top, don't you? Lampshade.
And I'm staying muted because I'm playing music in the background. And I don't want to get a copyright strike on John.
Yeah, I'd like to see how one's made out of the bendy board just to see which way I'd rather go.
Well, how'd that one turn out that you were doing with the panels in it?
I think they're too big for the lamp that I'm making. It's one of the lamps I made is one of Steve Good's patterns. And the lamp itself isn't really that big, and my lampshades is probably almost 12, 13 inches at the bottom.
Yeah.
I was trying to go buy a lamp that I had. I was using the angle on it, and they came out that big.
Oh, okay. What? Shay wants to make a lampshade now too. Jeez. See, you're always stealing my ideas. I gotta do it first. Patent it then. It's just one of those things where I gotta start I gotta start another project just for something to start.
I priced that bendy plywood at Home Depot, and one sheet 4 foot by 4 foot is like $39.99, but it'll probably be more than that now. Probably be double that.
Hello, Tommy. Tommy's workshop is in.
uh, you got to finish what you started. You got to finish it to get credit for. No, see, you don't have to finish it to get credit for it. You just got to you got to have a working prototype in order to apply for a patent for it. And it's just in multiple stages.
AKA see previously posted flowcharts.
I can make it out of styrofoam and it would still be apply for a patent for it. But as soon as I post it on Facebook,
Hey John,
yep.
Tommy wants to know if you've ever finished what you started.
Yeah, I had a video last week of everything I finished. I finished 3 projects last week. 4 projects last week. I finished off my woven basket bowls. I finished off my layered stacked curly maple bowl. I finished off the handles for those. I did the barn door that Carrie wanted. I did her lattice work for their fencing. Footballs.
But the question is, how many unfinished projects do you have?
Well, no, we're not talking. We're talking finished ones right now.
That's good, John. Change the subject.
But I think when I last counted, I know John Bradley asked me, and when I last counted about 3 weeks ago, I think I had at least 21 unfinished projects in my shop. And then I started a brand new one yesterday.
Well, so you got me beat. I don't have but 4.
And I started a brand new one today.
That fish picture I was cutting out.
Not me.
Oh, what's going on over here now?
They're talking about snowflakes.
Yeah, Stace, you're not putting up the wrong pictures. That's what it is. And I've been banned so many times on Facebook. I think the next time I get banned, I think they warn me that it's a 6-month ban.
Facebook's run by a bunch of chumps anyway.
Don't let him hear you say that.
I've already posted it one time and they ain't done nothing yet.
Hey, Mike, how's it going? How you doing today?
Yeah, this version. Hey, Mike.
I've been trying to get banned. Seems as long as I don't put up with anything against the current administration, we're good to go. Oh my. We got Dancing with Aardvarks in the room. Mr. Mike Kim. So you're going to stick with that name now, Mike, or what? Is it working for you? So after cutting out 3 of these, I just realized the problem that we're gonna end up with now. That's hilarious.
What's the problem?
The problem is when I go to put it in the router, I'm not going to be able to round off these sharp edges in here. I'll mark off the next one what I'm going to do though.
Use a Dremel with a sanding drum if you got one.
No,
Why not?
because I'm trying to use as minimal tools as possible for this job. Because the thing is, you got to realize that I'm trying to do this so that somebody without a CNC machine can you get the same look for a project without using a CNC machine. So basically, the less tools you have, you're using, the better off you are. So basically, your
Okay, a
scrolls.
dowel ride with sandpaper taped to it.
Okay, so yes, so a spindle sander or, but basically, I'll show you what I'm going to do for the next the last quadrant of this one though, which I
Well,
should have done
most
for
people have a
all 4
drill.
of
You
these.
could use a drill with a piece of sandpaper taped to a dowel ride or glued to a dowel ride.
It won't give you the 45 on the bottom though, is what I'm saying. You want a bottom beveled edge, is what I'm looking for. So like I said, this is just a quick project to show somebody something. So what I will do though, ow. So since I need to round off my inside corners, what I'm going to do is basically just use a coin and a pencil, round these corners off here. Like
Oh,
that.
John, we were talking about bandsaws earlier.
Yep.
I learned this morning that Alex Snodgrass, the bandsaw guru, is going to be SWAT this year.
It's got what?
Alex Snodgrass, he's the
Yep.
bandsaw guru.
Yep.
He's gonna be a SWAT this year.
Oh, really? I heard that's in a couple weeks, isn't it? Down in Waco, I heard.
Last weekend of August.
Oh, I thought I seen a post this morning that it was up right away.
Me
Bump,
got
bump.
no way to go. I'd love to go to one of them big woodworking shows like that just one time.
Pete, I'm gonna say it's yes, 12 mil, half-inch thick ply. So that means Charles is going to SWAT this year then? got a lot of stuff going on in the chat over there. That's unbelievable. So we got 18 people watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Appreciate it. Like I said, any questions or comments, let me know. I can be sure and answer them for you best I can. Doesn't have to be scroll saw related. It can be anything because we deal with everything in our shops and on the panel and in the chats.
Try to anyway.
John, I keep up there, so I don't have a very good connection. So I'm going to go ahead and bail. I'll catch up with you guys when I get back to the house, if you're still going.
So now just by adding a couple of extra rounded edges on here, totally changes the look of the whole piece. That totally changes the look of the whole piece between that one and this one. And like I said, all I did was just add a coin in the corners just to round the edges off on those. But when I ran it through the router, it's gonna pop it out a lot better. Popping like.
That's what I was talking about. You could use a drill with a dowel rod and sandpaper tape to it.
Well, yes, but the thing is you can't do that after you already cut it squared off. Like after you square the corners are off already, you can't do that afterwards because then you're gonna make your edges too thin. So I said I should take that into account beforehand.
Are those the ones you said you had the 45?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do after I'm done this, I'm gonna use a cove bit with a cove bit with a guide. It's not a guide. What's it called? A bearing on it in my router, which will clean those edges up and everything else. It'll totally give it a totally different look altogether. And I'm going to do the same thing with these edges too. Like I said, it was just a quick pattern I just did up on the computer, so it wasn't, it's not perfect.
Did you use that program on your computer to design it or what?
Yeah, I just used Corel for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can draw it by hand too. It's just a bunch of circles.
When it comes to computers, I know how to turn one on and I know how to find different things, but that's about it. Trying anything else is a headache. Barely ever had any book sense and got about a teaspoon of common sense.
Hello, Twyla. How's it going today? All right, let's finish this up. Like I said, this is just a quick pattern run through anyway.
Been on for 56 minutes.
When did I start scrolling though?
I don't remember.
Now, like I said, keep in mind this is a rough project. It's not going to be a finished blah blah blue. Thing is that I could. Hey Nick, I could. Uh,
Yeah, it's just a thrown together project, not really
yeah, like I could
planned
spend
out.
if I was gonna spend more time on this, I'd run it through my sander, my sander and everything else, clean all my edges up, get them all nice and smooth. I'd probably make a hard template for this, so I can just do the whole thing on a router.
And like I said, it's just a thrown together project to show somebody how to do something.
I will clean some of these edges up though. Okay, so no, that's not what I meant, Billy. It's a temporary project. So that's gonna be the top piece, and this will be the bottom piece. But let me go router this out first, and I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can probably see my router table over there, but you won't be able to see much of it though. So this will only take a couple minutes anyway. So just give me. I just got to go run through the router real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Uh, Y'all would please let John know I got company, and I'll be back in a little bit. Talk at you later.
Hey, everybody. No. There you go. Done. All right. So it needs some fine tuning on the router in a different size router bit, but that's what you end up with. That's what I ended up with these nice beveled edges on it. And the thing is so when it gets put onto the base like that, it's gonna look pretty cool, just like almost similar to the candy dish / wine holder / glass holder that the template was made off with originally. Well, apparently my circles are not dead on each side. Just gonna mark top and bottom on these then. Because the thing is what I was working with was quickly show you again here. I was just working off of a pattern that somebody had come up with a question about. And they're like, how can you make this? How can you make this? I said, well, you can do that on a scroll saw. So there's my quick version scroll sawed version of that. There you go, like that. So rather than going out and spending $6,000 on a CNC, just showing you can do it on a scroll saw and a router. So that was just a quick project showing somebody how you can do it, and that's all it was for, basically. John Larry said, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Where's Charles? Did Charles run off? Hello, Herb.
Oh, hello. Sorry I'm late. Unexpected visitors.
Yeah, you had a poop. You had a poop. Just say you had a poop.
No, it's worse. I just wish it was just a poop. I found out I got a scheduled appointment to go see my own mother.
Oh, because of the COVID thing?
Yeah, I told him like hell I'm making an appointment. I'm coming to the door. I'm coming in one way or another.
Yeah.
Better call the cops.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Pete. So, like I said, so this is just a quick project to show somebody that you can make something on the scroll saw and a router just to make it look the exact same, almost the exact same as something you can do on a CNC machine. Now I can still cut out the bottom plate. I can still put the holes in for the wine glasses. I can still build the feet for the bottom if I wanted to. But there's not much sense in doing that because this is basically all you really needed to see. And the thing is that with a small, I should have actually used this roundover bit because the one I used is a lot, um, it's a lot steeper of an incline on it, so it actually went down too far from what I wanted to go with. But you still get the same concept of what it needed to be looking like,
Well, that
and
looks good.
then you would just glue the two of these together and Bob's your uncle. All right. So that's that. So, what else do you guys want to see me do?
Anything that your little heart can hint on doing.
Whatever I want to do.
That's right. I'm just here to look pretty and read the chat.
Did you guys actually want to see me sand something? That's the boring part. Oh, so for those of you that didn't see it yesterday, here is Stacy's keychain that I'm doing up. I still gotta sand off. So this is all at a 1/4 inch curly maple. And let me do this right here. So the front piece, so once I sand and glue these down in place, because the back side as well has something else on it. Once I glue and sand these down, it's going to be a lot thinner than that, because right now it's 3/4 inch thick. I'll sand it down, so it's probably only quarter, or 1/8 and 1/8, and then 1/4 inch in the center. Then with her little raven, her little fallen angel, and feathers as well. And so this is all curly maple, and these are out of green poplar, just to give it a change. So like I said, I got to sand those down. Then I'll finish those and get those in the mail, the post. I got to do these though. So
That turned out awesome.
thanks. So my giant Jenga Jello shooter set. These are my Jenga boards for it. They're basically just 2x4 cedar, so they're nice and light. I cut them down to size, sanded them all, and I was actually gonna drill holes in it for Jello shooters to go into. And I found out that the Jello shooters are actually the same thickness as the board itself, so that's not going to work at all. So I came up with this idea to use a 2-inch Forstner bit. Ta-da! 2-inch Forstner bit that I'm going to put holes in here with, and I'll cut these coins out, and the coins will set in place, and that way I can they'll be sitting in flush, and I can probably use I was thinking crayon, because I don't have epoxy, I don't have resin. I was thinking crayon to color code the numbers with, because when people drink too much, they can recognize colors, but they can't recognize numbers. So therefore they'll have to drink. And I can color code, put different colors on those as well, because the thing is that the Jello shots that she makes are green, orange, and yellow, and red. So there's 4 different colors. So I can use 4 different colors for those as well. So you got to drink, one green, or three red, and 2 orange, or whatever, right?
Yep. Yappy says sanding is Nick's forte. Jeff Murray, so love the school pattern, John.
Thanks,
Pete
Jeff.
Webb says, which sand and wax do you recommend?
Which seal and wax for depends on what the project is. depends on what the project is. I don't actually have anything out here right now. Um, my hardwoods, I usually just put a butcher block oil on, uh, or Danish oil, and then I'll seal it with lacquer spray. I do have I do have a spray table that I have that I use my air sprayer with. I will grab the odd can though as well and spray with that, depending on how the size of the piece I'm doing. And I usually little known secret, you should sand between coats. I usually put two to three coats on, and I use brown paper bag as sandpaper because that basically is equivalent to like 4,000 grit sandpaper, I believe it is. Uh, just use a brown paper bag, crumple it up, and just sand over your coat, and that way and then take a tack cloth to it, and that'll give you a nice high gloss sheen on your product.
Doug says Nick's 40. Then he says malt liquor.
Malt liquor, lacquer spray.
It says liquor on my end.
Yeah, it's liquor. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
That's right.
So so for these for these Jenga blocks, I was actually going to just put Johnson's paste wax on them. I wasn't going to seal them or anything because they're cedar. They're going to be outdoor, but with the paste wax, it'll actually make them slide nicely for the Jenga block stack. And I also got a box I got to make for it too, a storage box. And the storage box for the Jenga blocks will actually, you can flip it over and use it as your table to stack them onto as well, to make it sturdier so it's not right on the ground. And if you can't find any brown paper bags, I usually get mine at the dollar store, Dollarama, Dollar Tree, whatever. If you can't find brown paper bags there, then go into the wrapping section. They got brown craft wrapping paper there, which is the exact same material they use to make the brown paper bags out of.
Pete says, okay, thank you. Great, I'll try it. And if you have any more comments or questions, please feel free to ask.
Alrighty then. And this is technically not starting a new project. This is a project that I started last August.
September.
Yeah, August or September when I was working on my other blog, because that's when I did. That's when I cut my blocks down to size. Sanded half of them. They're half of them are sanded. I still got to do the other half, and because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for the numbers on them. I'm just drilling some entry holes.
See, folks, he never runs out of things to do.
There's always stuff to do in John's shop. And the numbers I'm doing out of 1/4-inch green poplar. Now the reason I have so much of this is because it's cheap at Home Depot. Not a sponsor. It's a nice workable size. It's nice grain on it. Comes in 4-foot lengths. It comes in nice 4-foot lengths. 1/4 by 5.5 by 4. 5.5? Yeah. 1/4 by 5.5 by 4 at Home Depot. That's where I get them at. They always got a nice grain on them. They're a little warped though. But the warping is not really a huge deal because the thing is you can run it through the planer or just sand it down. But most of the stuff I do out of these are ornaments anyway, and the curve comes out of them as you cut them apart in pieces anyway.
Yeah, all those relief cuts.
Yeah. Bird boxes. Pete, do you mean like bird houses? You know what? I've actually never built a birdhouse.
What?
No, I may have built one in Boy Scouts, but yeah, that's about it. Stace, oh my! I can't believe you posted that on Facebook.
Yes, she did. And I know why.
Trying to get banned.
I cannot confirm or deny that,
Yeah,
but I'm sure there was alternative.
there. I spelled this. Yeah, I honestly, I've never built a birdhouse. Like I said, like I think I built one back in Boy Scouts. I built bat boxes.
I
I
did once.
I built one for Boy Scouts, and then I basically pre-built or pre-cut all the boards for them, and I used two 4x8 sheets of quarter inch, I believe no, it was half inch. Two 4x8 sheets a half inch, cut all the boards down to size for them, and supplied them all the nails. And they were doing a fundraiser, so they were selling bat boxes, and I even printed off a whole stack of instructions for them as well, on how to build them and where to place them and everything else for them, and gave them screening for the inside of it as well. And I was for a fundraiser for them, and I think they were selling them for $25 a piece. So I know they made quite a bit of money on that. It was for some camping trip they were having. But I've never actually, I've never built a bird box. Carrie wants me to build a bee box and a butterfly box, a butterfly house, and a bee box. So I know I'll be doing that for next year. we know Carrie's projects get done, so we'll work on those. But I've never built a whirligig either.
Because if she's not happy, there ain't nobody gonna be happy.
Yeah, like I haven't built a whirligig yet either. I should start building stuff like that. The only problem is I don't want to get stuck. Not really stuck. I don't want to end up doing production runs of stuff like that. Because I know, because as soon as I build something like that and I post it on Facebook, and then it's like, oh, can I get one? Can I get one like this? Can you build me a saloon? Can you build me a firehouse? Can you build me a whatever birdhouse, right?
Can you build me one? The guy sawing the log.
I'm like, no, I can build you one, and you can add to it, make it what you want.
Because us whole farts want to buy them.
Yeah.
Have us some yard decorations.
Well, it's like driving down the backcountry road. You see everybody has bird houses for all the birds. What? Really? That's unbelievable. What's a bird table? Like a bird bath?
Hello, boys and girls.
What's
Hello,
a bird
Uncle
table, Billy?
What's a what, John?
A bird table.
A bird table?
Yeah.
Something you clean birds on? I don't know.
Because I know I've seen like bird trays, like a tray that you just throw bird food on.
You seen those picnic tables where it's got bird seed up there, but the squirrel is sitting up there eating his corn?
I've seen
Oh,
bird.
the squirrel picnic tables. I haven't built one of those yet either.
But Pete says yes, a bird bath.
feeders. I've seen bird feeders and bird baths. I haven't seen any bird tables. Okay, maybe in the UK that's what they call it.
Mm.
Anyway, glad to have you back, Billy.
Yeah, I
Good
haven't
to
built
be
one.
back.
Squirrel
Fully
tables. Haven't built one of those yet either.
I ain't building a squirrel table.
That's what I could have used all my scrap firewood for. I could have made squirrel tables.
Yeah, but them hot dogs tasted much better than them squirrel tables.
No,
Yeah,
our
they did.
squirrels have trees. They don't need tables.
Well, that's like okay. It's like an oxymoron. The name an animal okay. Name an animal that built its own house, but we end up building houses for them. Right? It's like a bird. The answer is bird, by the way. Like
No,
we build
birds
houses
don't
for
build.
birds.
No.
Well, yes,
Wrong.
they build nests, but they
Yes.
still build their own. But they still build their own house, technically, right? A place of
Well, no,
domicile
they-
for themselves.
Yeah, but they need a place of shelter. We build bird houses and they bird nests. They build bird nests in them. It protects them from predators. Unlike leaving them to try to find a hollow spot in a log or in the fork of a branch.
Yeah, but
And
for how many thousands of years have birds been doing it without an actual house?
Oh, I'm not saying they're absolutely necessary. I'm just saying they actually do serve a bit of a purpose if you're trying to protect your songbirds from predators.
and Pete did say yes, bird bath, John.
Yes.
Wooden bird bath.
What are you cutting out, John?
Cutting the letters for my giant Jenga set that we started last.
Oh, so
August.
did you finish your unfinished project?
Well, it's not unfinished. I basically only had to go so far. I only had to go so far
Ah,
just to show the concept that it can be done on a scroll saw, rather than having to go to a CNC guy, right?
gotcha.
Because, like I said, like I would if I was to build a finished product, one of these though, I would adjust my my bit. I would actually use this bit instead because it's got not as deep of a run on it, and it would give me a lot less of a cut into it. But the concept is there.
Yeah, they're just trying to
Right.
con you into buying a CNC.
But I think it does look better with the rounded edge. The rounded edge one, this one here, looks a lot better than the squared off edge one.
I agree.
To me, CNCs are nice, but they're also a lazy man's working tool.
It has its place if you want to do production runs stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely. If what you're after is production stuff, by all means go CNC because if you try to do it by hand and especially if you're going to try to make a living at it. But I enjoy the handwork. I enjoy freehand router carving. I enjoy scrolling. I enjoy turning. I don't want to CNC it. If I got any kind of a computer, anything, it would be basically a laser engraver so that I can engrave my logo in the bottom of my bowls instead of having to use that high-powered soldering iron that burned me the other day.
won't make that mistake twice, will you?
No, next time I drop it, it's going to the floor.
Yep.
I will not try to catch it again. I didn't
Yeah, if you
try
want-
to catch it. I did catch it.
Yappy wants to know why not just finish it, John?
Yappy,
Why not
because John
finish
doesn't
this?
finish products. That's why.
No, because okay. Okay.
Sorry, John.
Yappy.
Sorry.
The reason I'm not finishing this is because I was trying to. I was basically proving a point to people that you don't need a CNC machine to make something that you see on Etsy. Now, like I said, I'm going to pull up the original one again so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Hello, Tommy.
So when people find stuff on Etsy, they're like, "Oh, how do I make this? What can I do? What do I need to make this? What can I? How can I do this? Blah 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 blah." And so, like I said, you can get the same concept on a scroll saw, right? Same concept on a scroll saw. So there you go. Now, like I said, this was a quick demo, knowledge based program that I did for somebody to show them that you can do it. Now that people know that you don't need a CNC in order to make stuff, that you don't need a laser because you can do the exact same thing on a scroll saw. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it on a scroll saw. I'm saying, it's just
It
that there
can
are
be
ways
done with
around
the
it.
scroll saw.
There's more than one way to skin a cat. Like I said, there's at least 9.
Exactly. Yeah. Did we lose Jug, Nick, and Jug? Did we lose Doug, Nick, and Stace?
Yeah, I think so. Gappy, seriously, I dare you to. He's like, I dare you to finish it. Honestly, if I was to finish this, I'd actually have to start over again because uh, I would do all my inside cuts with curves on them, and I already got square cuts on them, so I'd have to redo that, and then I would have to redraw my pattern. Like I said, it was just a quick, simple pattern I just drew up on the computer in like
Why would you have to
20
redraw the
minutes.
pattern? What's wrong with it?
Because I would actually put all the curves on it to begin with on the computer pattern, so I don't have to do it by hand after.
Yeah.
I would also do it on hardwood instead of plywood as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, Yappy, I will do that then. I will do that if you want me to. I will redo my pattern. I will do another one for you, just for you though, but it won't be today. I'll do it next weekend. Okay.
And it will be $59.95 plus $120 to ship.
Yep.
Check. In other words, checks in the mail, Yappy.
And that way, I'll get the proper size I need for these the wine glass holes as well, and the proper size for the wine bottle to fit in there. Because Kiri drinks ice wine, and ice wine bottles are only like 3 inches around. They're a lot smaller than a regular bottle of wine.
What is ice wine?
Ice? You've never had ice wine? Oh. Just
Billy,
Google ice
around,
wine.
if you look around San Antonio real good, there's a woman up there. What we call them down here is wine slushies.
No, not the same thing.
Yeah.
Ice wine.
Ice.
Ice wine is late harvest wine, but
Okay.
it
I know what you're talking about.
real ice wine is right after the first frost, so that the ice crystals freeze in the grapes, and then they go that night when the first frost comes. They go out that night and get all the grapes off the vines, and that's what makes ice wine. It's a lot sweeter, and it's a lot more expensive for a lot less wine.
It's Auslese. Yeah, German. I like the late harvest wines from Germany, like Spätlese and Auslese. Auslese is the ice wine. It comes after the frost.
But
Spätlese is just before, and it's really sweet.
The Niagara wineries have a lot of ice wine wineries down there. Same with the Okanagan in BC. Got a lot of ice wineries. but
Jeppy
it's
says,
freaking expensive.
Jeppy says people underestimate plywood.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like I said, I'll redraw my pattern. I'll redraw my pattern, and I'll get a better round over bit for it, so that I don't have these big grooves on here. I will redo it, yeah. I will. I'll do it on the weekend though.
Like you. I don't think I have a core box bit or a cove bit with a bearing on it.
Yeah, because otherwise I got to set up my fence on it, which is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Bearings, router bits with bearings are so much nicer to work with.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, sorry, Happy. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, did you guys read that?
Yes.
Oh, it's like I'm choked
or,
up now.
or your new bandsaw, John.
Yeah, or my new bandsaw. I better get a high price for that piece of work then. Oh, you know what? And then I got to set up a counter. Then I got to set up an odd even counter on my page, like
Like
Nick
Nick.
does. Yeah.
So where'd everybody go?
I think they're all waiting to see if
Uh,
Stacy gets kicked off of Facebook.
they over at the other place.
Mm. And Shay, where'd she go?
Shay was only on for lunch.
Oh,
She was
oh yeah,
she was
she's
having her
working.
lunch.
And I guess Chuck left too.
Yeah, he
Yep.
said he was going to try to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, I see you're still here, Tommy. You and Yappy. Good boys.
And Larry had to leave.
I thought Larry just crashed.
He said that something, but people were over or something, told Nick he had to go. Mike's still here, just finishing something.
Mike is?
Yeah, dancing with aardvarks.
Yeah, I know who you were talking about.
No, I was reminding myself who that was.
Yeah, Mike Kim.
Something sounds like it's moving on my saw.
Yeah, it's your chicken peckers moving up and down.
No. Like something sounds like it's loose. I can hear it.
Kind of does, doesn't it? Are you sure it's not just that the tension is off?
No.
No, you're not sure? BBL? What's BBL? Oh, BB, maybe he was talking about. I don't know.
Seriously, check what Nick did with
Yeah,
the
that was
lathe
pretty
and
cool.
scroll saw when project.
Yeah, that I've been planning on doing something along those lines. Just because I've been battling these damn pangs for feels like a year.
Yeah, by Nick doing that all himself, he's taking all the fun out of doing collaboration jobs. Then
No, he collaborated. He collaborated with himself.
he does that all the time anyway.
One part was done by the Flamin' Turner, the other part was done by the Flamin' Stroller.
You should have gotten Stacy to scroll it. Stace.
Yeah. Oh, back before long. I got you, Mike.
Yet people want to know how long you had that scroll saw, John.
What's that?
Yappy is wanting to know how long you had that scroll saw.
I've had this one for 10, 11 years now, I think. Yeah, let's go with 11 years.
Well, maybe it's just gotten to the point where it's just wore slap out. You probably ought to get a new one.
Well, tell me how your jet works out for you, and I'll get a jet.
I don't have a jet. I've got a Delta.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've got a jet bandsaw.
Guess I got to get a jet scroll saw then.
Yeah.
Or I can actually do some maintenance on this thing because, like I said, I've never had this apart. I've never maintained it. I've never greased it. I've never oiled it.
Oil collects sawdust.
Yeah. Yes, I know it's bad, but the thing is why fix what's not broken, right?
Yeah. But if you're going to lube something with, like this in our environment, I think graphite's probably the way to go.
See, but the thing is, it's basically all self-contained. There's,
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's actually. Oh, I guess there actually is grease on these bearings. So,
Is there?
yep. Maybe that's where my problem is because I got dust, grease dust coming out of my top bearing here.
Whoa, you can do a video of it.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, sure. how to
do.
clean and re-grease the bearings in an antique or antiquated scroll saw.
Welcome back, Larry.
It's called vintage.
No, my
Yo,
Christmas is a vintage.
Honestly, though, I think if I was to get a new saw, I would try and get an original Excalibur again, or a Jet. Like I said, the Jet 22. Yeah, there can't be any wear and tear. I'd rather use it. My projects are only half done. It's not like I use it all the time.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. Larry says, what are we making now? He's making numbers for his outdoor Jenga set. But I know how many shots they gonna drink.
oh, is that what the numbers are for?
Yeah.
I was just fixing to say, I didn't think Jenga blocks had numbers.
It's his design instead of putting the jello shots in there. I'm reckon. Happy says another unfinished project, Larry. Tommy says true, Mike.
BBS acronyms. I don't get that one, Mike. And I'm a fogey.
It's not an unfinished project. It's a project on the go.
It's a project in progress.
You guys are so mean to me. Why do I do lives?
To keep us entertained.
Because you enjoy the abuse.
What are you guys talking about BBSs for?
Bulletin boards, Billy.
Oh, those BBSs. I haven't been on one of those in forever. But yes, I used to be on a few. It's been so long, I forgot what that meant.
See, Tommy, see me finish projects.
I've seen you finish 3, but just 3.
I've seen more than that.
Well, look, see, I got finished
That's
projects
what
up here. Those are all finished projects.
I've seen about 10 as I can count, right?
Look, there's a finished project. There's a finished project.
The lottery box was a finished project.
Yeah, those are finished projects.
Do they have finish on them yet?
Yes.
Okay, so where's
They
the
have-
tray and the table for them?
Well, the tray and table aren't completed yet. I gave her a portion of it. You know, you got to give her a little bit of time. Otherwise, her heart can't take all that. She's like, I got to look at all. Right?
Barn doors are a
okay.
finish.
So what kind of finish did you put on them?
On the boxes,
Yeah.
I oiled them and then I lacquer sprayed them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 I was talking about. I've seen you finish. Did
Well,
you
but there was
finish
also
the bowl
bowl
too?
Yeah, the bowl's finished
Okay,
too.
that's 4.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so a question for everybody out there.
Shoot.
Has anybody used crayons in their projects?
No.
They melted crayons.
I haven't.
As a child, we used to melt them and make molds for our hands for Halloween.
No, what was that? Sorry, Herb. What was that?
I said we used to take them when we was kids and melt them, pour the hot wax over our hands, make molds.
Why do you want to use the? Why do you want to use nut crayons, John?
What's that? Because I'm not going to put the money into spending money in buying epoxy for just this one little project.
What one little project?
This Jenga project. Because because then I gotta buy the epoxy. I gotta buy the epoxy. I gotta buy all the tints for it, and I gotta freaking it's a pain in the butt. Whereas I know
So you're gonna
I've seen projects.
The 1s and the 2s and the 3s.
Yeah, so like the empty spaces. I've seen people just take crayons, break them up, put them in, just take a heat gun to them that melts it in, and the top just scrape the top off, right?
Yep. You're gonna have a backer on it, right?
The backer will be the wood, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, like,
I'm gonna drill my
all
hole.
right.
Drill my hole with a Forstner bit. Put glue the number in place, and then fill the blank space in with crayon. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, heat gun will work just fine. You don't want to use a torch because you'll burn the wood.
No. Heat gun. Heat gun / hair dryer. I have heat guns at work though. I'll use that instead. Yeah, I've seen children bedroom names. I've seen a river table done with them. I've seen uh, church words done with them. You basically just router out a name, then fill it in with the crayons, melt them in with the heat gun, then sand off the top.
Pete said a glue gun also works. But then you have to color the glue somehow.
What's that? Glue gun.
Pete
Oh,
said a
glue
glue
gun.
gun
Yeah,
also works.
yeah. Because I know you can get the color glues at Michael's.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can get them in green, yellow, blue. You can get them in gold and silver. I think they come in yellow as well.
Yeah, but some of them got glitter in them.
Yeah, glitter in them too. I think they're in the scrapbooking section too. But I know I can buy single colored crayons.
You can get them a couple of bucks at the dollar store.
Yeah, the problem with those ones is that there's more wax in those than actual. Well, it's all wax, but there's more. It's more waxy than Crayola brand, because I know the Crayola brand you can buy them at Staples. You can buy individual crayons of whatever color.
Holy moly! I didn't realize it was 3 o'clock. Tommy says in the 80s we didn't have a landline night. Never mind the computer. Yeah, 9 people watching. This stupid rain needs to get over. Nick says, okay, I'm back. I had to jump out, move my desk around where I can see things better.
Hey,
You
Nick.
put it back in the old spot, Nick? Larry says, I remember my grandmother had a party line that was still in the late 70s and 80s. Back in them days, you had to go to Sam Gunter's store to make a phone call.
I remember I wasn't allowed to call my friends. I actually had to drive my bike over to their house, knock on the door, see if they're home.
And then you'd go home and call them, right?
Yeah.
Nick says it's still in the same place, just moved the screens to the other side. Yeah, it's nothing like staring into a corner all the time, Nick. Makes you feel like you're being punished. Or should I meant to say the early 80s. No. I swear. This cat lays in there. Weirdest position.
So I was wondering though, with these being 1/4 inch thick, should I inset these of the full 1/4 inch, or leave them proud and then sand them down after?
I don't know. Nick says I should be in the corner as I'm always getting punished. LOL.
Punishing himself in the corner.
Yep, he says, Nick, I thought you left us for Dr. Lee. I'm guessing that's the pimple popper.
I don't have a clue. I don't watch that. Too nasty.
Nick says, Dr. Lee, who? Yeah, that's it was. Says Yippee. I think when I go see the ice specialist tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can sweet talk her into letting me go to Walmart.
She didn't let you go out of the house.
Usually I decide not to go because so much hassle loading and unloading that scooter. I gotta blow up this. Yeah. Ah, now I can see it. Larry said I thought about he was making these for beer pong so he'd get people drunk. Never mind, they drink as much as they want and able to count past 3. Nah, them pretty jello shots. Next is, nah, I really don't watch her stuff either. And yet he's telling Billy it's not that bad.
Oh, yes, it is.
Y'all hush because I'm fixing to have some cottage cheese.
With canned pears? With canned pears?
No peaches. Hello, Jason Richard.
Hello, Jason.
Hey, Jason, how's it going today?
Peaches isn't bad, but I prefer canned pears in mine, or with mine.
Oh, we got them in the ice box, but the other night I just went ahead and after I got me some, I went and finished pouring the peaches off in the container. Should have had to mix it up later.
Yeah. Damn, Herb, now you have me wanting cottage cheese and canned pears.
You know, if you having Jello, it's got to have the fruit cocktail in it.
If you eat what?
If you having Jello, you got to have fruit cocktail with it.
I don't eat Jello. Can't stand the stuff.
If I eat fruit cocktail, I take all the syrup out of it. Oh, it's got to be syrup too. It can't be that water apple juice stuff.
Sugar
It's got to
water.
be with the syrup. It's got to be with the syrup. And I take all the fruit out of it first. I eat that, and then I drink it after. But I separate all the cherries.
Mike has a question.
Yes.
He said, are there any freestyle scrollers that don't use a pattern?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say no, but patterns are easier because then you have a guideline to go by. I do a lot of my own patterns anyway, so it depends on what you're doing, like what your final outcome of something is.
But I'll be right back.
It's not like
I gotta go check the chickens.
it's not not like a bowl on the lathe where you just stick a piece of wood on, just make whatever you want. Because you can't. Because the thing is you want to try and be as accurate as you can on the scroll saw to make it into wood. So that's why you use patterns. Oh, that's what I got another project I got to start. I just forgot about it.
There we go again. What project is this?
It's for my mother-in-law. Or sorry, it's just for my godmother. I designed it the other day for here it is. She wants a plaque of I got 2 of them up actually. I got to do 2 plaques up of her nephew that passed away.
Mm.
So I got to do two plaques up like that, and then I got to do 2 dragonflies about 6 inches long. So the dragonflies are going to be 6 inches long, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to do those. I'm thinking I might take like a dowel, or I'll 3D cut the body, and I'll use wire for the legs, and then I'll make the wings that are to scale on it, but they're going to be like really all intricate, lacy, like Stace's. They're gonna have wings on like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta make 2 of those. And I'll make the bodies out of that.
Speaking of stasis stuff, you haven't finished your key mobile yet?
No, I started it yesterday. Relax. I got another 6 days to get it in the mail.
Oh, yeah, but you got to work Tuesday through Friday.
No, I got to work Tuesday and Wednesday. My surgery's on Thursday. I'll be in the shop on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are we talking about Hans Meyer about? Cutting out puzzles. I've done a couple. I've done a couple freeform things. I'm trying to remember where they are now. Of what I did. I did my bacon. My bacon is freeform. Oh, I can't even find my bacon now. Where is it? I freeform cut my bacon, and I freeform cut if you take a printed photo and take a printed photo and glue it onto wood, you can basically freeform cut the outside edge. But well, I guess you're still using a pattern then, and then you can double stack your pattern, your photos on that. That was kind of cool too. But I guess it's still a pattern.
Okay, I'll back up.
Depends how good you are at freeform cutting, though. What work do I do? I do commercial sign design, manufacture, install, and service. When I say commercial signs, I mean like banks, restaurants, like McDonald's and Wendy's and banks and gas stations. Illuminated signs like fascia cans, channel letters, illuminated channel letters, reverse channel, halo channel letters, neon, LED, and fluorescent. Vehicle graphics as well. Everything. We're a sign shop with fully CSA sign shop. It's not really work, it's my career. I've been doing it for 27 years now.
Jason says my dad was 59 years old when he passed.
Yeah, Jason, how's your mom holding up?
I'm sorry to hear that, Jason.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Jason.
'59 is young.
Too young.
Yeah, it was last week. So not to bring up a sore subject, but did he die of? Did he pass away from the COVID? Because I know you're saying that he was in the hospital with it.
Take care of that, Yippee.
Later, y'all. Hello, John S. I know you've been in here. I just forgot to say hi. I bet she is sad, Jason.
Mike said he'll be right back. 59, that's too young. Hello, Patty.
Hey, Patty, what are you doing over here? How is it
Hey,
going?
Patty. How are you, lady?
Go ahead, you can come over here and join us.
Yep. She's a pretty good egg.
A good egg.
Yeah.
You're dating yourself, Billy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting here harassing John and editing a video trying to get something out.
John Patty says she's been here for 20 minutes lurking.
Patty, you never struck me as a lurker.
Lurking. Jeez. Probably trying to feel out how the conversations are going before she jumps right in and goes, "What are you guys doing?"
She might have been afraid to be embarrassed.
You working on anything interesting, Patty?
Larry said, let's see who remembers these. Jabberjaw and Speed Bug.
Aren't
What
those
was that, Larry?
Isn't Jabberjaw a shark from Hanna
Shark.
Barbera? And
Yes.
Speed Buggy was the Hot Wheel
Little dune
truck, or
buggy.
yeah, Dune Buggy.
Yeah, it was a dune buggy.
Patty says she goes, John, I'm always checking out channels showing support.
Showing support.
Thanks, Patty. Appreciate it.
See, I told you she was a good egg.
I don't just
that I did
craft,
not
I
know.
support.
No, she said she doesn't craft. She just supports.
What? I thought you did. Well, you can't just support. You got to do something else besides just supporting.
Is that what I'm doing?
Don't you have a hobby? You don't have a hobby or anything?
Excuse me.
Certainly.
My bad manners just gets lot of cheese peaches.
See, there you go again.
You know you're gonna get up and get some.
I don't have any. I have to go to the store. I just about had those out of my head too. Thank you very much.
No crafting, no hobby. So basically, what you're saying is that watching YouTube videos and supporting other people is your hobby, technically.
Where is it? I just had some the other day tell me they not created, but yet they can play guitar. Okay.
Oh, you're not
That's
She
kind of
said,
hard to believe, Patty.
yeah, really. She said, no, sir, no crafting, no hobbies. Well, you need to pick one up.
Even just doodling is a hobby.
See, just like getting on these panels is a hobby. See if we can derail John.
Yep.
Yeah, Patty, do you want a link to come on and talk with us? Watch. Oh, I'm shy.
No, I kind of scare him off, John. Doodling is a hobby. What about drooling? Is that one? Depends on what you're
Yes.
watching.
All right, I'm going to run over to my sander for a second and just bear with me.
If you're watching a Food Network drooling, yeah, that's a hobby, Nick. That's a good place to have the sander right in the front door. You get accidentally open, poof,
Yeah.
face full of sawdust. Nick says, I'm not allowed to watch that channel,
What channel is that?
the Food Network
Oh,
or cooking channel. I ain't either, but every time I watch it, it makes the wife mad. When are you gonna cook? I used to cook. I retired because everything I stir goes in circles.
Iron Resurrection. That's the Martin brothers, isn't it? Joe Martin, Larry. Just up the road.
Okay, Patty, take care. Patty says, have a wonderful evening, everyone. Blessings. Thanks for stopping by. And Larry says, yes, sir, Billy. Well, Billy dropped out. So I guess it's just me. Billy, Billy wants you to let him back in.
All right. So who wants
I
to
got
see
a
some really
phone call.
dangerous drilling now?
Yeah.
Patty said, have a good evening, John.
Thanks, Patty. Thanks for dropping by.
Have a good evening, Patty.
Who wants to see John drill a 2-inch with a 2-inch Forster bit on his lap?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, and Patty said she's not shy. She just has to go soon. That was earlier. And her husband is waiting for her.
Ah.
I didn't even see that comment come through. Guess I was busy multitasking. How much trouble could I get into if I had 4 monitors on my desk?
I'm not sure you'd be able to keep up with it.
Oh, look at that.
Got wood?
Like a glove.
Look at that. Didn't even have to bang it in or anything. The problem is I don't know if I can get it out now.
Oops. Try it out with a screwdriver. Ha ha ha.
Very carefully.
I don't even have a crowfoot. Oh wait, maybe I do. I don't think I do. Well, it's gonna be on the back end anyway, so I gotta get a pair. These will work.
Baby steps.
Look at that. Perfect. Well, it works.
Go, Jim Dandy. Go, Jim Dandy.
A recorder? Why would I make a recorder? I don't even like the sound of recorders.
I'm on my phone, Nick. I'm not on my laptop. And you're picking it up through my earbuds.
All right, so we know I can do it. Haha.
Y'all can't hear me,
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
What?
Ah,
¿Cómo estás?
so
What?
I don't know what Nick's talking about.
Well, I do got to make an. I got to make an ocarina. That'll be a fun one to watch me try and make.
What kind of arena?
An ocarina.
What's an arena? Where Ox play football or what?
Yep.
You got to dance. Oh, that's the Macarena.
Or you go to the Ox arena to watch the Ox in concert?
Okay, an ocarina is an ancient wind musical instrument, a type of vessel flute. There you go.
That's an air biscuit.
So anybody that plays or knows of Zelda's Adventures video game knows that
Yeah.
Link plays an ocarina. He plays an ocarina to do what I don't know what he does.
Nick's
So
saying that's
I'll be
why you sounded different, Billy.
I will be making one of those
Why are you gonna make one of them?
because it's part of my son's collection of Link Zelda stuff I'm making him, which I haven't started yet. So because like I was gonna start with a boomerang and then the wind sword and then the shield and then the ocarina as well.
So how are you
That
gonna
way.
scroll that ocarina?
Oh, we'll see.
I thought he was just going to be able to toot your own horn.
We'll see. And but the thing is that depending on where your finger placement is on it, because there's holes in the front and the back side of it for your thumb. For 2 holes in the back for your thumb, because you basically play it like this when you blow into it. Your fingers are on the front, so depending on where your finger placement is for it, it will give you different sounds. But it has to be tuned to, I think it's a C sharp when you blow into it with no holes covered, and then you can play your tune from that. I actually have music sheets for it too.
Nick
How do
said,
How do you tune it?
You drill holes bigger and smaller. Well, you got to start with small, but you only drill certain holes, a different size, a certain size.
Right.
Nick said, I really should go to the shop and scroll this pattern, but I'm sitting down.
Yeah, I should be out there working on a bowl, but I'm in here editing. I got to get a video up.
Mike says he's got a ceramic one. He can't imagine how you're gonna make that. I actually watched a video of a guy make one out of a log. He used a chainsaw and carvers. No, he used a chainsaw and carving chisels and scoops and stuff like that. So I've seen plastic ones. Ceramic ones are the most common. I've seen plastic ones. I haven't seen one on the scroll saw yet, though, but we know I can do it.
No, we don't.
Well, we know I can try and make one on the scroll saw.
There you go.
But when I do get it done, we know I can do it.
Because you are our hero.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sounded
So
good.
I'm getting a little peckish here.
Well, go get you something to eat. You've been
John,
at it for 2.5 hours.
Larry, what are you talking about? John, you saw the pattern in the saw yet? What are we talking about? A boot. Getting
I
a
don't have
by
a clue.
But anyway, go get you something to eat. And if you decide to go live again, we'll be here.
Yeah, you got another project to work on? Or are you still working on them numbers?
I got a lot of stuff to work on.
You got anything ready to go?
Yeah, I got the numbers to work on.
Oh, you're not done with it.
No, I just wanted to get a couple done just so I know I could do it. So now I know they'll fit in there perfectly. But I just got to check my depth though. So like I was saying, do you think I should go the full 1/4 inch, then fill it in, and then sand the top off, or just leave them proud of it, and I can run it back through the planer?
With the wax in there, are you going to do it before you put the wax in it?
No.
Oh, it should work.
Sanding crayon or crayon wax
Smear.
is likely to stain your wood. However, if you run it through the planer, it probably won't, and it should give you a nice enough finish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh well, I gotta try it. We'll try it and see what happens.
Just a tiny bit proud, and then run it through the planer. It's what I would try and see how it works.
Yeah. The metal saw. No, I have to. I have to talk to somebody with a plasma cutter or a water jet Yes, and because I can't do that on my scroll saw. But I'm talking to somebody that has a water jet. We're gonna see if we can exchange stuff so that he can do that for me.
Cool.
All right, Pete. Thanks for staying on with us, and I'd like to see some more stuff from you. Chat to you guys later. Thanks for being on the panel with us, Billy and Herb, and everybody that's out in the chat. We'll talk at y'all later, and I might go on later tonight. You never know. All right, so.